What's up, everybody? Brickhouse here with another video, and let's talk a little Major League Baseball, shall we? More specifically, let's talk about Angel Hernandez. You know, the umpire that stinks at his job but still has a job for some unknown reason. Well, Angel Hernandez raised his ugly head again during a recent game between the Texas Rangers and the Houston Astros. And it all centered around his strike zone. Now, baseball is a hard game to umpire, especially behind the plate. I get it. But to be consistently bad at calling balls and strikes, and I got this from Umpire scorecards. I get these every day over on X. This is Angel Hernandez scorecard for last Friday's Rangers-Astros game. 91% overall accuracy. Okay. Overall consistency, 91%. Okay. But look at this chart here. The strike, or I should say the called strike accuracy, 78%. Look at some of these pitches that were called strikes. Not even close to the strike zone. Now, this is just one instance. There was another instance earlier this year in a Mets game where I can't remember the name of the player, but he was asking if he had a timeout left, because the new rules in baseball, well, I guess they've been rules now for more than a year, is that the batter, the hitter, gets to call one timeout in his at bat. And he turned and asked Angel, hey, do I have a timeout left? And Angel Hernandez took that as him calling timeout. And then basically A, wouldn't answer the question, and B, charge the hitter with the timeout. I mean, come on, Angel. He's asking a question. He's not calling a timeout. Why do you got to be an obstinate jackass? So this leads me to this article here over on Awful Announcing. Jeff Passan, he is a writer, I believe, for ESPN. Yeah, he's a writer for ESPN. And he was on the Rich Eisen show the other day. And they were talking about the Angel Hernandez problem. And Rich Eisen was basically like, come on, what do we got to do here? This guy sucks at his job. He stinks. How can we not get rid of him? Why hasn't baseball done something to get rid of him? Needless to say, the umpires union's a pretty strong union. So Eisen pressed Passan for an explanation of how umpire mistakes continue to plague Major League Baseball. Eisen particularly spotlighted Hernandez's struggles with calling balls and strikes. And Jeff Passan said, I think there's a very simple explanation. Houston Astros pitcher J.P. Francis Cutter is absolutely magical. Passan joked. I mean, how otherwise are you going to see a ball that's 6 inches outside the zone getting called a strike? Now, there's the Awful Announcing captured a little bit of the Rangers announcers during the game. This was posted over on X. Peak Angel Hernandez during the Astros-Rangers game. The Rangers announcers are in disbelief over a series of missed strike calls. Well, boys, better be swinging tonight. Angel's got a dinner reservation. And then Eisen brought up a scenario recently broken down by John Boy Media. New York Mets second baseman Jeff McNeil. That's who I was thinking. Jeff McNeil. I couldn't remember his name. Asked Hernandez if he had a timeout, only for Hernandez to say that McNeil was calling time. It showed in real time that Hernandez just refused to acknowledge the blunder. The guy thinks he's infallible. And he's got an ego. I mean, this is the same guy that kicked Lance Lynn out of a spring training game earlier this year. A spring training game. It seems like a witch's brew of incompetence and arrogance that continues to get worse every year. Yeah, and it has for the last, I don't know. I'm going to say 15 years, and I may be wrong in that assumption. It may be longer. Now, Jeff Passan did say, hey, there's a solution to this. And the solution is the rule that's being used in AAA baseball right now. Now, I didn't even know this was in place until I attended a Memphis Redbirds game last year. And during the game, I noticed that the batter, if he questioned a strike call, would just step out of the box, tap his head. And then within like 5 seconds on the video board, you'd see the strike zone, the path of the ball, where the ball crossed the plate. And if the batter was wrong, the pitch call stood. And if the batter was right, the call was changed. I think it's a rule that needs to be instituted in Major League Baseball, hopefully next year. And if it is instituted in Major League Baseball, it's going to hold some umpires accountable, like Angel Hernandez. Now, they did reference a game that Paul Skeens, he was a pitcher at LSU, got drafted by the Pirates, and I believe he's in AAA right now for Pittsburgh. Yeah, he was just at LSU last year. But Paul Skeens was in a game, and he challenged a strike 3 call. In fact, not only did he do it once, he did it twice. There were borderline calls that went against him, tapped his hat, reviewed it. He was correct. Got a credit for, I think he got a credit for 2 strikeouts. And I think that's what needs to happen with Major League Baseball. I know people are saying, we need to go to robot umpires, where the umpire has an earpiece. He's just standing behind the plate. The computer calls a ball or a strike, and the umpire repeats the call. I don't think we need to go to that. I think we need to go to the challenge system that AAA has, which I think will keep a human element to the game, but get a lot of these borderline pitches called correctly. Not only that, but I thought it was cool to see on the Jumbotron, on the Diamond Vision, on the big screen, the strike zone, the ball tail, and where the ball crossed the plate. It keeps fans engaged. And that was part of this article here. It engages fans at the ballpark. The challenge system, it's really good. And when it comes to the big leagues, I do think it's probably going to be in challenge form rather than every single pitch being called by an automated system. And that is correct. I think that's the way to go. If that's the case, they can right wrongs. And beyond that, you know what this will do? This will hold umpires accountable publicly. No more reports after the game saying, yeah, we screwed up. We blew that call. You're going to know it in real time. So the Angel Hernandez problem, at least calling balls and strikes, that'll go away if Major League Baseball goes to this challenge system that AAA has. So what do you guys think? Do you think it'd be a good thing for MLB to adopt the challenge system? Or do you think they need to go to robo umpires behind the plate or computer umpires behind the plate? And do you think that will force some umpires like Angel Hernandez to either A, get better, or B, just retire? You've been an umpire long enough. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. While you're at it, please take the time to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. And with that, I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.